You're a young brand trying to do something unusual that a lot of incumbent players don't necessarily think you'll succeed at. And a simple thing like a half-an-hour outage is a big problem for your customers, which you should take seriously. But also from a PR perspective, it can look pretty disastrous. The good thing is, those pain points are disappearing. So the vendors that are working in that space are getting more and more sophisticated, more and more reliable, and you see less and less of those problems emerging. We were previously having to do payment processor, card issuer, your regulated partner, and then we were having to go and form 10, 11 other relationships. But actually increasingly on both sides of the Atlantic, you're getting kind of bundled offerings. The bundle offerings, broadly go under the category banking as a service. They're sitting there as like an API routing layer, and they're working with all these other API providers, and they can swap out in and out providers. That's a good way of doing it. It may be a little bit more expensive, but it's also much more controlled. The more bundled the offering, the easier it is for you to just execute on launching at speed, testing at speed, validating at speed, iterating at speed. It will give you control over your costs. It'll probably give you optionality because they may have 2 or 3 underlying suppliers they're using. You can spend more time at the beginning understanding if your customers love the product, engage with the brand, that you've got your positioning right, and that they will trust you enough to move on to the next thing, which is almost definitely going to earn you money. Don't be too ambitious. Don't think that like after 1 month people are going to be like, cool, I'm just moving all of my banking needs to this new provider. You've got to earn their trust.